I think it's fair to say that LAKOR the Dark Master has long been one of the most anticipated legendary lords in this trilogy, and as you may know, he will be the free LC character coming with Immortal Empires. If you've seen him in battle before, it's obvious what a terror he is in all phases of the game, magic and close combat, but there's a lot that's unique about him on the campaign map as well. He's essentially a hybrid of Demons of Chaos and Warriors of Chaos, with some fun extra sprinkled on top. Before we get into any of that, figured I should just show him in battle, right? And what better way to do so than against Festus the Leechlord, coming soon in the Champions of Chaos DLC. Can't play as him until the 16th, but can still play against him, and there's a very good reason we're so far from Albion, which I'll explain once we're back on the campaign map. But for now, Bilious Thunderguff, a farting Nurgle Giant, bunch of Great Weapon Chaos Warriors, and Nurgle thematics to go up against here, and Festus himself can alternate between Healing Elixirs and Harbinger of Pestilence for a Mortis Drain effect. The healing is pretty insane. Lord of Nurgle's already good for that. Passive healing in an AoE is even better. The Mortis is perhaps even more so, but honestly, not expecting the AI to handle him too effectively. Either way, should be able to get a good look at his model and the new Rotfather Warriors. So strap in, boys. We got a lot to cover. Let's jump right in. Here's the Mark of Nurgle, by the way. Poison contact effect, increased HP, increased melee defense, lower melee attack, lower speed. Pretty much exactly what you'd expect from the Mark of Nurgle. So we do start with a pulsating pleasure cannon, which should be quite a lot of fun here. LAKOR the Dark Master overhead in a Nurgle corrupted place. We are near the Brass Keep, which is in the Middle Mountains, to the east of Middenheim, and Festus Leechlord has called this place his home for the last 30 or so turns. LAKOR's not having any of it. He wants some dark fortresses for himself, so we've come to invade, and just as a quick refresher, he has some really powerful abilities. Shadow Shroud for a 40% ward save, one of the strongest Lords of Magic in the game, with Pit of Shades, Lord of Shadows in general, super strong. Blades of Shadow can get his melee attack past 100, and his weapon strength past 1,000. He can heal when he's terror routing things, and he strips away immune to psychology, so he can terror route things that cause terror. I mean, dude is a freak for sure. He's one of the most efficient one-man doom stacks in the game when you get him fully kitted out and get him some ward save items. So even though Immortal Empires thought we were going to lose this game, that it would be a valiant defeat, I am not particularly worried. Still not going to use him quite like a one-man doom stack. I'll probably have him dealing with some of the important single entities like the Giants, enfeebling foe and all that. I do want to get some cool Hell Cannon shots though too. So there's still a lot of people that don't know you can do this. Which, I mean, you're missing out on just oodles and boodles of fun, my G. Like, first person shooting with a cannon, you can fully control where the fireball goes. I am controlling this right now, and I think the Demon Spew are about to be some sad little pandas. Yeah, pretty nasty. Pretty nasty stuff that'll look even better with the Blood Pack. By the way, that is coming with Immortal Empires. I know a lot of you have waited for a very long time. I believe it's working the exact same way that it did in Warhammer 2. If you own any version of the Blood Pack, it will carry over to this game. I don't believe you have to buy it for a second or third time. So just keep that in mind. Don't want to be wasting money just for no reason. I think the trailer will probably come sometime next week, would be my guess. I think that's the plan. So, Poison Warhounds, gonna chase off the enemy Poison Warhounds. I think getting rid of the mobility here early is probably a pretty good idea, because they will debuff LAKOR in a duel with the Giant, which I don't want. So we'll clear those out. Hell Cannon can continue firing in. Festus won't be here for another minute or so, and then he'll have to waddle his way over, which will take quite a bit of time, because he is not a fast boy. I think I can take this duel pretty soon here. Hell Cannon can shoot into the Plague Bearers. I'll continue to chase with the Warhounds. I don't think Cascading Fire Close is going to help them too much, my G. Mostly going to keep the infantry back for now. I do have a nice little flanking wing of only demons. And one of the really cool things about LAKOR, which we'll show off probably a little bit later in this video, is that with his warband recruitment, he can actually upgrade his Bloodletters and his Demonettes and all the lesser demons of Khorne, Tzeentch, Slaanesh, and Nurgle, and turn them into exalted versions. So just like you can upgrade your Marauders into Chosen or Chaos Knights over time, with the other Chaos factions, you can still do that with LAKOR, but he is unique in that he can also do that with demons and pretty much create full stacks of demons too, which is pretty awesome. So Dark Master Shadow Shroud, enfeebling foe, turning that Giant into a useless loser, even more so than it already is. Now remember, Giants are actually not terrible at fighting single entities, especially high-value ones. It's really their only niche. They can't wave clear at all. They're really bad at pretty much everything else. They die to missile fire. But normally, they would be able to fight a single entity monster quite well. And that's Bilious Thundergruff, too. Like, he is scary. He's got really good stats. He can fart to wave clear. I don't know if he's going to use it this battle or not. But Bellacor's not going to have any problem winning in this duel. We've shown him before. One of the strongest lords in the entire trilogy. And another enfeebling foe soon might just see him crumble out here. Let's get a nice flanking charge in. Here comes Festus. Yeah, I'll pop the ward save just in case. I'd like Be'lakor to be full HP once the Chaos Warriors start rolling in. Now they're splitting around the lake. Interesting. So this is going to be a nice and spread out battlefield. Let me find Festus and the Chaos Warriors. I think you guys want to see the new models, right? So for the Chaos Warriors of Nurgle, found someone over here next to the Giant. Let's get a nice little slow-mo close-up. Now you might notice they've got the mono horn, the Nurgle Chaos Warriors do. The Chosen do not, which is interesting from a design perspective. I'd almost argue that these look a little bit more Nurgly than the Chosen themselves. I don't hate the models for the Chosen of Nurgle, but I do think they could have been pushed a little bit further than they were. Festus, I think, is a great model. I know some people complained about him looking a little bit too clean. I'm not quite sure that I see it. Like, he's just covered in buboes. I get what people were saying. He doesn't quite have the grunge that he does in some of his army book artworks, but I don't know. I'm pretty happy with his model. He's a jovial Nurgle Santa, basically bringing little diseased gifts for all the boys and girls of the Warhammer world. Pretty much is just Saint Nicholas, right? Okay. Bilious Thundergruff is about one hit from death, so we'll pull back the flanking forces. Now, they'll be pretty important in this coming fight because the Chaos Warriors are going to wreck my front line of Marauders if I just engage straight up. Plague Bears would do okay against them. They'd be able to hold out for a while because Chaos Warriors with great weapons don't have crazy base stats. And their armor piercing would kind of be wasted in that engagement, so I'll probably have the Plague Bearers take the front of this initial assault from Festus. In the meantime, still have to clear out all these Warhounds, which are pretty annoying. But Hell Cannon can also target them down. Now, from an accuracy perspective, I've not been overly enthused with what the Hell Cannon's able to do. It misses a lot, probably more so than in Warhammer 2. But of course, I can manually fire it as well, and if I do that, I won't be missing at all. Yeah, we'll have Be'lakor deal with all those for now. Chaos Warriors aren't quite to my line yet. Still have to worry about that other Giants, and preferably would engage that when it's not supported by a bunch of Chaos Warriors, because that would be bad for my Dark Master. I don't want Lil Belly to die. And yeah, I could force blobs with the AI. I could then just overcast Pit of Shades it and call it a day, but I think you guys know that's a powerful spell. Kind of defeats the purpose of a showcase if I'm going hyper efficient on every single thing, to the detriment to the gameplay itself. But I will say, one-shotting armies with Pit of Shades is pretty fun. I don't know that it's going to survive in its current form forever, because it is pretty strong right now. But yeah, I've got no problem with powerful magics in campaign, obviously. One-shotting elite units with an undodgeable spell, maybe not my favorite thing. May get changed, it may not. We shall see. We got Chaos Warriors coming in. Be'lakor. Enfeebling foe. Let's charge in. Maybe cause some terror outs if we can. Not going to debuff the Giant yet. Be'lakor's not in a position to fight it. Now, will Festus do anything, or will he meander around aimlessly like an idiot, like a Nurglite hobo? There's some routing. Alright, now we get that duel in. Don't think I need to pop Shadow Shroud yet. Giant's not even fighting me. Enfeebling foe to lower that melee defense. which I think still helps even if the giant is faced away and I'm attacking it in the rear. Alright, let's get these flanking forces around, the Bloodletters and the Demonettes. Rear charge into those Chaos Warriors would be real nice. Shadow Shroud popped. Pendulum in the middle. Oh, yeah. Chaos wanting to run. Good unit. They're unbreakable. They had barrier. Emphasis on had. They've been face tanking that for a little bit too long, though. Yeah, they're pretty low. So let's give them something to screen and get them the hell out of there. You guys are done for this battle. I want to keep you for later. Yeah, LAKOR is just going to take that giant to pound him, man. He already took out Bela's Thundergruff. He's going to be able to do it to this giant, too. And then maybe Festus. I'm not really seeing a whole lot of places where Pit of Shades would even be good right now. Battle is pretty spread out. Of all kinds of wins in Magic, so... Hull Cannon's about to be out of ammo. Which pretty much means... Pyrrhic victory no matter what. Oh, you used all your ammo? Time to downgrade the type of victory you had. I don't think we're going to lose any units here. I don't think. We almost lost the Chaos Spawn Siege, which would have been pretty dumb. But they're going to be fine. Giant's going to die soon. Festus is... Yeah, he's just not doing anything, man. That probably needs a little bit of work for sure. I literally don't know what he's doing. I'm not even sure he's activated any of his abilities. I think if Healing Elixirs or... the Mortis Drain were active, you'd be able to see an AoE around him. I'm not sure about that. But, I mean, he is literally useless right now. Like, he is lost. That child... that child is lost right now. Yeah, that needs some work for sure. I don't even know what he's pretending to chase after over there. My lord, I literally feel bad for him. Like, I think he has, like, some disease of the mind. Like, early onset Alzheimer's or Lewy body dementia or something. That's messed up. I can't even make fun of him. Alright, LAKOR, put him out of his misery. A mighty showcase for Festus, indeed. The meandering hobo who doesn't know where he is, or what he's doing, or what his name is, or which god has blessed him. You're gonna learn today, Festus. LAKOR was voice acted by Richard Armitage, same guy who played Thorin Oakenshield in The Hobbit, which is pretty awesome. So we have Ramsay Bolton, we have Thorin Oakenshield, we have LAKOR with 5,000 damage value, which is pretty good. And yeah, I do not believe we lost any units here. So let's try to kill off Festus if we can. Good night, Chaos Warriors. Good night, small child. We hardly knew ye. See you back on the campaign map. Okay, so that's going to be hard for Festus to recover from. He lost all his starting units, his starting giants. Bilious Thunderguff. A lot of things. Now, there's a reason we are here in the heart of the Empire near Brass Keep, and it's because Middenheim and Brass Keep both are dark fortresses, which are going to be pretty much the core of our economic and military power. Take a look at his skill tree. He has a lot of powerful stuff. Lord of Torment we already have. One who heralds the Conqueror. Warband upgrade cost for demon units is pretty much nullified entirely. More barrier, more melee defense for Nurgle, more weapon strength for Khorne, more charge bonus for Slaanesh, I think that was. Whispers in the Darkness, Father in Shadow. He's got, yeah, I mean, his skill tree is pretty crazy. Yeah, charge bonus for Slaaneshi demons. And then Authority, which we'll show off at some point here too. Authority can be attributed to any of the Chaos Gods or Undivided. It can be very strong, reduces upkeep cost, increases casualty replenishment and all that. I think we'll go for Blood and Magic here though, because we've got a pretty big selection of demons from all the Chaos Gods. Plague Bearers, Demonettes, Bloodletters. Now here is the Warband recruitment mechanic. As you can see, you can move from Marauders to Aspiring Champions. On the Coordinate side, we'll avoid showing the new units because I'm not allowed to do that yet. But what we can do is show the Exalted upgrades. So pretty soon here, I should be able to increase my Bloodletters. Once we have the requisite tech, I can take my regular Bloodletters to Exalted Bloodletters, which should be fun. And none of the other Champions of Chaos can do that. That is a LAKOR only feature, I do believe. So Hargig will fall. This will be the stronghold from which we attack Brass Keep and Middenheim and get those Dark Fortresses under our control. So let's talk mechanics. You might be wondering what the hell this big glowy blue shadow rift thing is. This is actually one of LAKOR's, it's actually his only starting unholy manifestation. He does have unholy manifestations like the Mono Gods, but they're unique to LAKOR. And the Cursor's Boon allows us to open a rift in a province and then teleport LAKOR there. So basically, you want to go to where Dark Fortresses are congregated, right? Where there are lots that are close together, because you can use those as a base, kind of like the Wood Elves, for instance, and then teleport across the map, use that as your base of power, kill everything around you, and then move on. So Brass Keep and Middenheim both are Dark Fortresses. These are the only settlements in the game that Chaos can build up to tier 5, and they can make you a hell of a lot of money, like 5k easy. A lot of ways to stack up income on those things. So this is where we started. I believe you actually start with Conquata as your starting province. But yeah, there's the Shadow Rift. Citadel of Lead is just to your north. Vanaheimlings are my homies. They're my vassals. They do what I say. And very soon here, I think we'll make a second army and probably start trying to take some Dark Fortresses up in the Chaos Wastes in the north. But for now, focus is on LAKOR, obviously, getting Brass Keep and Middenheim under my command. Oh no, they plagued me. Literally doesn't even cause attrition to demons. And here is the tech tree. So I'm gonna go through here and mouse over everything so you can see it. I'm not gonna break down each and every tech, obviously. If you really wanna go through, you can just pause it each time I mouse over one, and then you can compile your own little thing to put on Reddit or whatever the hell you wanna do. But yeah, his tech tree is wild. Like, it's really, really strong. Because he gets the best of both worlds, right? Like, he gets all the strong Warriors of Chaos stuff, and he gets exalted demons of all kinds. For Khorne, for Tzeentch, for Slaanesh, and Nurgle, through his gifted tree, which we'll show off in a little bit, he can get the greater demons. Bloodthirsters, Great Unclean Ones, Keeper of Secrets. So, it is challenging because you have a limited amount of souls. There are ways to buff up the amount of souls you gain per battle. Yeah, like right here, Blood Pact gives you exalted Bloodletters. And you know what? It's actually not saying anything about experience. So actually for the demons, you may not even need XP like you do for Marauders. If you want to turn a Marauder into a Chaos Warrior, it costs, well, not cost, but it's 5 chevrons or 6 chevrons of XP earned before you can upgrade them. I think maybe for the demons, it doesn't cost any XP at all. We'll see. We're not too far off from there. But yeah, there's different sections of the tree, one dedicated to each god, powerful buffs on all of them. I'd venture to say this is probably one of my favorite tech trees we have in Warhammer 3 right now. Like, a lot of them launched really poor and just seemed weak, and there weren't really exciting techs at all. There's a lot of really good stuff in LAKOR's. So I think we'll work towards the Blood Pact. We're 16 turns or so away from that. Culling the Weak would also be good. Yeah, souls gained from battle, plus 20%. Might do that first. Because souls is kind of like the core of how we get up to some of the higher tier units. More souls we have, the better it is for us in terms of our chaotic gifts. So how about we show those off? Gifts of Chaos. Now this is a very interesting mechanic. There's a lot to it. It all runs on souls, and souls are gathered by raising settlements, killing people, doing chaotic shit. But here, looking at Khorne, you can see some of the buffs here. If you work all the way to the bottom of the tech tree, you get to Soul Grinders and Bloodthirsters. But before that, Just a lot of stuff that's kind of thematic for Khorne. There's a headhunter ability that you can work towards that lowers melee attack and melee defense of enemy lords by 30. For Tzeentch, obviously can work our way towards Chaos War Shrines of Tzeentch, Soul Grinders, Lords of Change, all that stuff. Slaanesh, powerful economic boost, like at the top here, profit for pleasure, income from all buildings plus 35%, which when you have a lot of dark fortresses is a really powerful increase to your economy. But yeah, Keeper of Secrets, Soul Grinders, same kind of thing. So it's kind of like a tech tree within a tech tree, right? Like you've got a lot of ways to increase the power of your faction. And I don't think there's any question in my mind that LAKOR, even on the campaign map, not just from a battle perspective, on the campaign map as well, is one of the strongest lords we've had. See, even he agrees, obviously. Like, duh. Like, if the Dark Master is not swinging his biggest dickus around, what is CA even doing in terms of his design, right? Now, I saw Sigvald last turn. By the way, this is like 15 turns or so past the last part of this recording. I think Sigvald is actually an ambush dance. I think they're trying to bait me with that forced march, which, if true, is very impressive. Tempt me not indeed. I'm not going out there. Because Sigvald is there with a Chaos Warrior stack. Right now, though, I want to focus on the Wood Elves of Laurelorn. Can't auto-resolve. Wood Elves tend to have very good auto-resolve because their archers are brutal. And frankly, this army is brutal to fight against anyway for mine. My army is not designed to fight Wood Elves at all. Not a lot of shields, not a lot of armor. Bloodletters will get murdered by Glade Guard with 221 range. What the F? All their archers have 200 range plus. That's disgusting. And War Dancers would probably trade pretty well into Bloodletters too. So what I'm going to do is probably abuse the fact that they're reinforcements, so I can probably get on them before they're on the map. It's a race against time. I don't know how blobby they're going to get when they come in. It's a big army and a lot of Glade Guard, and those Glade Guard have magic attacks, which is just nightmarish for my Bloodletters. It's a weird looking arrow, Kurnis. Alright, LAKOR's just going right in. Warhounds are not in a spot to kill off too many archers at the moment. Not quite yet. Now, I'm not too worried about LAKOR here. I think we can actually... Oh, that could be a juicy pendulum. That could be a fun pendulum. That did a little bit less damage than I expected, actually. But, I mean, that wasn't terrible. I'm worried for my spawn. I'm worried for my Bloodletters. I think I'll just retreat. Yeah, they're already trying to focus fire down my spawn. I wasn't able to get there quite fast enough. It was 2 minutes to cross the open field. And I had to run past the Lord, who was getting her ass beat in the background by a Plague Bear left behind. But I'm going to be on him real quick. Chaos Warhounds can just go around the flank, and now there are like 5 or 6 archers on Laurelorn's right that might be able to get run down by my Poison Warhounds. As I said, my army's just not well suited for fighting the Wood Elves, but they're not going to be able to kite me because they just came onto the map and they have nowhere to run to. So I think it should still be good for us, as long as I don't get anything focus fired super brutally. Hell Cannon can start opening up now too. Yeah, I mean, it's not a great Pit of Shades, but they're just not that blobbed. It'll keep them tied up while LAKOR moves into the center. He is taking some damage, but a lot of this stuff is going to start terror routing. And one of the great things about the Dark Master is that when an enemy army begins to run, he starts to regen a lot. So watch his health go up as they start breaking. Yeah, like he was half HP. He's already up to like 2/3 now. And Demonettes, Bloodletters are breaking through. We're into the archers. They're not firing anymore, which means this battle is pretty much over. It's a foregone conclusion. Spawn got wrecked by, I think, Azrai Spear War Dancers or Eternal Guard, something with bonus charge for sure. I had to pull them out. The Eagles are coming. Let's debuff them. Fighting in Magical Forest is brutal. It just sucks all the wind's magic away. I had enough for 1 Pendulum, 1 Pit of Shade, 1 Enfeebling Foe, and I'm now out. I don't think I can cast again. They're breaking, though. My lord, they're breaking. And look at that blob of War Dancers. Holy crap. Okay. Get the Bloodletters around the side there. Get a rear charge in, and then the Hell Cannon, I think, will try to focus down those War Dancers in a second here. Definitely keep the Chaos Spawn out of combat, but maybe running down some units. Yeah, target that blob, get the Marauders out so we avoid some of the friendly fire. I would love to Pit of Shades that. Yeah, War Dancers are in there. Flank charge from Bloodletter should be good. Hell Cannon starting to pound. A lot of arrows of Kurnus going off. And you know what time it is. First person dropping the ectoplasmic bombardments from downtown. Oh, it's gonna be juicy. Oh, the pain. Oh, I can't wait to see that with the blood pack. Oh, it's a complete mass rout. They couldn't take it anymore. So now, we're going to let LAKOR chase down some rounding stuff and regen. And I'll see you back on the campaign map. And yes, my inclination was correct. Sigvald was hiding. Like the little business that he is. What is the best thing I could do with my skill points here? I think it's maybe just make it burning, like, damage, right? Just burning head. He does have some Marauders, but I think it's, yeah, it's a lot of Chaos Warriors. Hell Cannon. I'm not, like, particularly worried about this army, but actually I'm a little bit worried about how to kill Sigvald himself. It may just have to rely on army losses. Like, how do I kill him? He's level 12, he has his auric armor, he's got the regen. 84 attack, Soporific Musk. Maybe my Chaos Lord and Exalted Hero together can take him down? Maybe? Probably not. It might just have to be army losses. Killing him's gonna be a nightmare. The rest of his army should be fairly straightforward, though. It's a good-looking game, man. It is a good-looking game. I love some of those corruption effects in battle. The red haze in the background showing it's a little bit coordinate. But Sigvald is the threat. And the Chaos Wastes are going to be incredibly important to this campaign. It's why we're going to send heroes out to all four corners of the world. Just searching for dark fortresses and... Where's my Warhounds at? There they are. Gonna hold on to them to try to get rid of the Hell Cannon. But basically just to open up rifts on like each continent where I can find dark fortresses and then send LAKOR and my other armies to go conquer them. More dark fortresses I have, the better my economy is gonna be. And you can snowball out of control once you have 5, 6, 7, 8 dark fortresses under your control and have them leveled up. Yeah, tier 5 Dark Fortress, I think in some of my other campaigns I've been able to get to like 6,500, 7,000 income per turn. It's pretty crazy. Like, they're really good, but you're just very limited on how many you can have. And the other settlements you have can only be level 1, and the buildings you can build in them are terrible. They're not even like normal buildings. They're just kind of like Wood Elf outposts almost. Okay, so gonna concentrate my forces in the middle here against the Chaos Warriors. Trolls, Chaos Spawn, Exalted Hero, and my Chaos Lord will fight with them. Use their AP to get some good charges in with the Marauders with great weapons as well. Hell Scourges on the flank, I'm a little bit worried about. I think they could roll up on me pretty easy and I don't have a whole lot to deal with them. So maybe Marauder Horsemen to zone them out. Chariots, I'm not worried about at all. AI can't use those effectively. Poison Warhounds do have an opportunity now to get into those Hell Cannons. And even if they have to sacrifice themselves, it's worth it. A lot of this is armor, so Burning Head not going to be quite as effective. And I might friendly fire my stuff here. Hopefully not. Watch those HP bars at the bottom. Have my little flanking force. Demonites and Bloodletters going around, but they have to get through the chariots first. Burning Head had a nice little curve to it. Didn't friendly fire me too bad there, I don't think. But didn't do a whole lot of damage to the Chaos Warriors either. Mirror Guard have way too much armor. Do have a bounce spell Pendulum, though. Let's pop that on the armor in the center. Trees, get out of my way. I cannot see. I cannot see the forest for the trees. Oh, that's a bit of an issue. Marauder Horseman somehow busted through my battle lines. I'm not sure how. Yeah, Forsaken are actually doing a good job killing the Hell Scourges. Warhounds are in the back killing the Hell Cannon, but they're going to get charged by Marauder Cav, so let's try to run. Hell Cannon's shut down, I think. Sigvald's in the center, beasting it up. Pretty soon here, going to try to get the Chaos Lord and Exalted Hero to try to kill him, I think. And we have the flanking force in position now for that glorious hammer and anvil. Uh-oh. Beginning to break on my right flank a little bit. So, you know what? Let's Burning Head it and make sure the rest of my units break. Surely there won't be any friendly fire here, right? Like, surely the Burning Head will go exactly where I put it. I'm going to pull some back. They're not going to get out of the way in time. No! I knew that was going to happen. I knew that was going to happen. They're going to rout. Oh, look at that leadership just dropping. Oh, now we're going to get rear charged by Poison Warhounds. My right flank is buckling. We lost, boys. There's no coming back. It's over. There's no possible way we can win this battle. No, there should be a little bit of routing there. It's fine. I definitely need to get Piercing Bolts of Burning or Flamestorm immediately with my Chaos Sorcerer, because Burning Head just does not cut it anymore. It never really cut it against armor, but it's especially bad versus it now. Get rid of the Cav, then deal with Sigvald. Bellator is swinging pretty heavily in my favor, getting good shots into the Cav, so they won't be around for very long. Chaos Spawn and Marauder Horsemen were not under control. They need to get so. I think we'll be able to get out of this without too many losses here. Too many unit losses, rather. There are going to be plenty of casualties. But Sigvald honestly had a stronger army than me, or at least comparable strength anyway. And he's really hard to kill. Most of my losses here have been just the garrison, which they'll replenish automatically. So not a problem at all. Hellstriders are dying slowly. They were silver chevrons, so it's clear they don't want to go down without a fight here, but with a charge from trolls, that should be enough to put them in the dirt for good. Breaking through. Oh yeah, I think army loss is going to kick in for Sigvald soon, and I won't even have to kill him. I was honestly a little bit scared about him, but I just have so much on the field right now that I don't think it matters. I'm not going to have to grind him down. Set up for one more rear charge, if we can get it, if it's necessary. No, everything's breaking. As soon as those spawn are dead, I think it's over. Alright, well, successfully defended our Dark Fortress in the Chaos Wastes. Got a few more things to worry about and a few more campaign mechanics to show off. I think Dark Authority we've not really gone in depth with yet. We'll do that in a second here. Are those my Marauders? No, they're Sigvalds. Oh my god, I was terrified. I was so terrified I went under the map with debug cam. Yeah, I'm like, I need to double check to make sure that that's not the color of my Marauders. I was like, oh my god, was that all friendly fire from Burning Head? No, that's mostly enemy dead. Oh my god. I was terrified. Okay, managed to get out of that without looking too much worse for the wear. Definitely need souls. Those are in short supply at the moment. And we'll go and hunt Sigvald down in a second here. Cease? I don't think so. Trade scan. What did we get here? Pride Assassin Physical Resist. I guess it's not terrible. Tech tree, or rather skill tree for Chaos Lords. Chaos Vanguard is obvious. All non-demonic infantry getting a bunch of melee attack and stuff. So Skullcrusher, Rampant Destroyer, Unflinching Soldiers, Physical Resist. 10% for all Chaos Warrior, Chaos Knight, and Chosen units. That's not bad. Chaos Marked, Paragon of Ruin, immune to Psychic and AoE, basically makes him Archaon Light with his Crown of Domination. So this is Undivided Authority. You can see that this particular character has -1 Khorne authority, but 3 Undivided authority goes up to 10. And as you go up, those recruitment costs, casualty replenishment, upkeep, warband upgrade costs all get better for you. So if I was to invest in coordinate units, like I had to Bloodletters, there's some debuffs associated with having minus Khorne authority. But with marks and with certain traits I can unlock, you can get more authority and basically just get way better buffs for your units and better cost, better upkeep, all that stuff. So you basically can kit out your characters how you want them to be kitted out, whether that you want them to be a Khorne Lord, whether you want them to be a Nurgle Lord, and you can obviously mark them too, and eventually ascend them to Demonhood if you so wish, which is pretty awesome. Kind of stuff we've been looking forward to for a very long time. So I'm not going to play this because I'm going to lose stuff in auto resolve, or I'm not going to play it on video rather. I'm going to kill him and then we'll go back to LAKOR. So Laurelorn is destroyed. Khorne is ascendant in the Great Game. Blood Pact just finished up. That is awesome. So Exalted Bloodletters, we're going to see how that works in terms of my warband recruitment and getting them in my army. Having Exalted Bloodletters as my front line is going to be pretty strong. Not against Wood Elves, of course, but against a lot of other factions. Very, very good. Wait, I can just upgrade it? Yeah, I can. I can just upgrade it without veterancy. That's crazy powerful. So unlike Chaos Warriors, who need to be rank 5, 6, no, I think Chaos Warriors need to be rank 7 to upgrade to Chosen, and 6 to upgrade to Chaos Knights. In terms of their veterancy and XP, these guys don't pay anything to go to the next tier. They just become Exalted Bloodletters and keep all their XP from before. So I just made Silver Chevron Bloodletters turn into Silver Chevron Exalted Bloodletters. And I'll be able to do that with Deep Cleansing and some of these other techs as well. Like, just get Exalted Luster Demons. That's really good. So yeah, take a look at the Blessings of Khorne. Build up till we get Hellblade for Aspiring Champions and Coordinate Chosen. But I think for now we'll go for Demonic Pact. And I think that will be a decent stopping point for now. It's turn 40. We've got 2 armies. Powerful build here. LAKOR is not crazy high rank, considering what we've done with Ungrim and some of our other campaigns. You can really level up your lords very quickly. But gonna stop Boris from taking Mindenheim. And I think this is where we will finish this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this look at LAKOR the Dark Master. And if there's anything in Immortal Empires you want to see, please do let me know in the comment section below. I'll see you all in the next one.